Greetings everybody, Base6286 back with more Etrian Odyssey. I made my way down to the 8th floor. We're kind of just right in front of the Wyverns area here. We're preparing to make our way down to, or find the stairs to the 9th floor, because our previous trips to the 8th floor we weren't able to actually find any stairs, which is kind of problematic. But before we do that, I believe I have some skill points to distribute. Yeah, so let's quickly go through that. So for our protector here, I'm working on the anti-skills, more or less. We already have cold finished off. I don't know, it doesn't really matter. I guess I'll go for Volt next, why not? And let's see, for Lomani, I think we're still working on attack and HP up, sort of. Oh no, that's right, I want to try and get Revive, which, as you can see, we need Healer and Cure 3, so, let's put more into Healer first. His attack up and HP is at a pretty decent level right now. I am going to max both of these up eventually, but for now, Revive is a nice skill to have, so we're going to focus on getting that. Jaichi has nothing yet. I guess I already spent Nikki's. And let's see, for Chris, we want, I think, because we already have max, Huzuma, what's it? So, was I going for, oh yeah, that's right. We want more HP up, because I'm going to go for his healing move. He has a move that, as you can see, you can play it or whatever, and you'll recover HP each turn. It's not a lot, but it's one of those things where if you're sitting in a battle and the enemies aren't particularly deadly, okay, good, the Wyvern's looking the other way, so let's go this direction. If the enemies aren't terribly powerful, then it's a good way to kind of sit and recover your health and everything without having to use medicas and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so anyways, right here we're on the bottom map, right behind the Wyvern, kind of where we found the egg. Now, after you accept the mission from the dude, whew, that was close. I almost stepped into the Wyvern. What you'll be able to do is come back here, and you'll want to go to each of these corners of the zoom back in on the map of the Wyvern's lair here. Will have a new place that you can check out now. Both are going to lead to different areas, but we want to go this way first. So yeah, let's go down this narrow road here. Alright, and then we can start marking this in. So yeah, there's going to be two paths we can go to. They're both two-way, as you can see. And they're going to lead to different sections of the 9th floor. What's going to happen here is the 8th and 9th floor are very intertwined with each other. And we're basically going to be going kind of back and forth between them. It might actually be like the next few floors, really, that kind of do this. But it's not, in the past few floors, it's been sort of straightforward. I'm mapping horribly. And so yeah, it's been sort of straightforward, just kind of go, find the stairs and it leads to the next floor, and that's all you have to do. Not so much in this case, though, as you'll see. We're going to have to alternate between them. Finish up mapping quick. I mismapped this, forgot to put the stairs in. Alright, there we go, that's a little better. Okay, so let's go down. A labyrinth for monsters. I thought we were already in a labyrinth for monsters, so well. So, alright, so this area, essentially, of the 9th floor, I'll just go and tell you as we explore here, is going to be a dead end, ultimately. However, there is going to be some treasure and other things we can find here, as well as just plain old, mapping the place out and gaining experience, so that's always a good thing. We don't necessarily need a lot of experience right now, with, after completing that quest. But, it's, you can never have too much experience. Until, well, near the end of the game where you literally can't get any more. I'm going to try to avoid that pain floor if I can. But, well, okay, looks like I can't I? Alright. Okay, well, we'll keep going down, I guess. There are new enemies, some new enemies on both the previous floor and this floor. However, the way they're sectioned off, they're not as easy to find. So What I mean by that is certain areas are not going to spawn the same the same enemies. Like, you can't just find any kind of enemy on any area of the floor. Like, certain tiles of floor will have certain spawns for certain enemies, if that makes any sense. So essentially, you can't find some of the enemies on certain areas of a floor. You have to go to little sections or like hidden areas, or like maybe an enemy might only appear on a certain pathway or something in a floor. So yeah, that's kind of what we're dealing with here. We're not going to be able to find everything in the same spot. And well, speaking of oh, yeah, nice. Speaking of new enemies, we have an Eviloid here, similar to their Petaloid cousins, except instead of putting your entire party to sleep, what these guys like to do is confuse your entire party. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to smite this guy. I'm probably just going to first turn that to make it easier and make sure I kill him, because obviously confusion is not a very fun status effect. Alright, so... although arguably I don't think it's as bad as... well, I guess it could be as bad as being put to sleep. At least you have a chance, though, if you're confused, of still attacking the right, or still dealing damage to the enemies. Where if you're asleep, you're just kind of sitting there doing nothing, which sucks. But yeah. Oh, and Jaichi leveled up, and we got Eviloid added to our who's in the what's it. But yeah, there are some enemies on the 8th floor, some other new enemies that we didn't get to see, but we won't get to see them until later. Yeah, let's get level 5 multi-hit. Alright. Alright, so let's keep mapping here. And hopefully that's all making sense, what I'm talking about. I feel like it probably isn't, but that's okay. You can always ask, and I can always answer in the comments. Alright. So, first little area here, we have a item point. What do we got? A mine? Alright. So let's quickly notate that. I'm doing a sloppy job of the mapping here. I'm trying to be a little more efficient with it, but we'll see how that goes. Mapping's in a big part of this game, but I don't want to spend all of our time mapping. Alright, and I misspoke, by the way, or at least I think I did. I just took a look at my notes, and I have written that the Eviloids actually silence your party, as opposed to confusing them. I could have sworn they confused you, but I don't know. I'm going to trust my notes for now, but yeah, who knows. Either way, they're obnoxious. What else was there? Oh yeah, Eviloids are also weak to fire, by the way, if you couldn't guess by the fact that they're a plant. So, and hooray, I mismapped this area, as per usual. Alright, so we can go this way. Let's mark that. A wall there. And let's actually do this correctly. There's not a wall there. It is here. However, I think this is just another dead end or something. We shall soon find out. Oh, yep, looks like it. We got another item point over here, but that's cool. Explore that. And it's another mine point, alright. So let's mark that on our map here. More mining. I wonder why there's so many mine points in a jungle. You wouldn't think there'd be a lot of very, like, places where you would mine, like rocky areas and stuff like that. You'd think there'd be more chop points in a jungle, but oh well. I mean, I guess they do have to have a mine point. Alright, man, these random battles are really obnoxious. Jaichi's TP is quickly depleting here because I'm using a lot of first turn Thors to get rid of mass groups of Eviloids. The Eviloids aren't weak to thunder or anything, but Thor is still powerful enough that it can take out a good 2/3 of their health. Oh, new enemy! And finish them off with just a regular attack with someone else. But anyways, here we have Glowbirds. These guys are obnoxious because they're super fast and they have an ability called Corrode, which is going to lower your defense. Luckily, they're weak to Pierce, so both Chris and Jaichi are good choices for this battle. And they're also weak to Ice, but we don't have any Ice moves, so nuts to that. Haha, there we go. Yeah, awesome stuff. exploiting enemy weaknesses is a good thing. Alright. By themselves, glowbirds aren't too terrible. The problem comes when you get a whole group of them. In some of the later floors, we'll be seeing giant masses of them. They can be problematic then, but right now, not too much of a problem. Oh, and more pain floor. I see that treasure, though. We want that treasure. So let's do something like this. And it looks like we have floor all here. This is all pain floor. Let's put the treasure in. What do we have? And a magnet. I do not remember what that does. Oh, now I remember. Let's see if we can show. Yeah, as it says, it warps you back to the last used geomagnetic field. So if we use it, it's kind of like a warp wire, except instead of taking us just flat out of the dungeon and back to town, it would take us back to, in this case, floor 6, because that is the where the last used geometric field was for us. And we got a thick leaf there, so that's a new item. I think that drops from the petaloids, or the eviloids, excuse me. Same difference, really. Recolorations, though the eviloids are, in my opinion, not as bad as the petaloids. But, oh well. Okay, so that's pretty much this area. Let's continue back up through this door, and we'll go through the other door that we saw earlier. Alright, so I did map this out mostly correct, it seems. That's good. Ah, pain floor. How I hate thee. Alright, so something like this. Ow, ow. Alright, and we have another door here that we can go through. I'm hoping to finish up this entire portion of the 9th floor in this episode, so we'll see. I think we can do it, though. We have most of it completed here. Alright, what do we got? Alright, down this way. I'm not going to take it on, because we don't have the resources right now, but there is, if we take this path down this way, it'll lead to an FOE. I believe it is another assassin. But I don't really feel like dealing with that right now, so we're not going to go that way. Instead, let's go this way. I think these areas... Oh, another new monster. I think these areas kind of loop around, though. But here we have a Firebird, which, let's see what we have written down. Oh, that's right. Also, similar to the Glowbirds, weak to ice and pierce attacks. However, these guys will resist flame attacks, so don't use that on them. Whoops. Who did I... Okay, good. I targeted the right guy. Let's do this. We could try poisoning him, I guess. Let's try doing that. Ow. And the Firebirds also have a party-wide flame attack, which can be pretty obnoxious, so we'll want to watch out for that. It can be really deadly in combination with the Glowbird's Corrode, so that's one thing you want to watch out for. Oh man, yeah, look at that speed on those Glowbirds, even faster than Jaichi, and his speed is, like, insane. So, but new enemy, cool stuff. Alright, let's heal up here, use a salve. Alright, looking good. Omani's still got plenty of TP left, it looks like. So let's continue our progress onwards. Going this way, and mapping out. Oh, map the walls. Alright, and yeah, I think the other path just kind of loops up around this way. So you can take either path and it'll just kind of get you to the same spot. But let's continue to the, what is this, the west here? And, hold on. Alright, good. For a second I thought there was something weird going on and I was heading in the wrong direction, but no. Let's just finish this little area up. We have a dead end here. And I should actually map these things out, so when I come back here I can remember what I did and what I'm doing. Alright, let's see, finish this. Add in the tiles. It is somewhat of a pain having to color in all these tiles all the time, but I like knowing where pain floor is, so that's a sacrifice I must make, I guess. Alright. And yeah, just as a note, in case you were curious, if you do try and have auto mapping on and then like erase the tiles or something, every time you step on the tile, it'll remap that tile. So you can't just stick it on auto map and like walk and then erase tiles that are pane floor or something like that, because then every time you step on them it'll just repaint the tiles, so it doesn't work as well. I remember trying to do that when I first came down here. I was like, oh, I can just do this and this will work. Nope, not so much. Okay, so we got a couple doors here, both with the clear crystals, or white crystals, whatever. They're actually clear, but I still think they're white. Oh, jeez. Alright, and we only have one casting of a first turn left, so we gotta be a little careful here. Alright, now I'm gonna go in this door first. I'm not even gonna bother marking it that it's a key door because, well, we can open it regardless, so it doesn't matter. Alright, awesome. And yes, this room is just full of treasure. So let's all collect this and see what we have. So we have a Theriaca B. I think those are named differently in the later ones, like Thericas or something like that, or Therisas. I don't know. Oh well, we get N, so that's cool. And a broad axe. Not that we have anyone that uses an axe, but if you have Alon's Connect, I think is how it's actually pronounced, I don't know. You can give that to them if they're an axe wielder. But we have no such thing, so nuts to that. Alright, let's fill in this room here and head on out. Out of the door. And, alright, we're actually doing fairly decently on time. I'm just gonna walk over here and map this area out. I'm actually not gonna go through this door. What is behind here is just a room full of FOEs. There's one Armoth, which we haven't faced yet, and 2 Moas. I really don't want to take this group on, though, especially with the time we have remaining. So I'm going to leave. I might just not even show this room. I might do it off screen or something. But I can map it out here. But yeah, so there's an Armoth and 2 Moas. I'll show off the Armoth later. We'll find them on a later floor, or a different floor. So I'm not going to bother with that right now. So I think that's about it. We have this area mostly mapped out. This area of the 9th floor, so let's get out of here. I have a warp wire, right? Good. I could use the magnet, I guess. Yeah, why not? Let's show off what the magnet does. So yeah, here we are. We're back on the 6th floor, right in front of the geomagnetic pole. So I don't know. Warp wires, magnets, they're like the same thing, I guess. Just warp wires take you right back to town. I don't know why you'd want to use a magnet instead, but oh well. Let's sell off some stuff. Alright, so yeah, as always, thanks you guys for watching. Join me next time when we'll probably be taking on some more quests now that we've stumbled upon a bunch of new floors. So we have plenty of quests we'll be able to do. Ooh, a down staff. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing next time. So thanks you guys as always for watching, and I'll hopefully see you then.